All right, let's get into it. Today we are cracking open the case and looking at the very soul of a timepiece, the movement. It's that tiny, intricate engine that brings a watch to life. And honestly, it is the key to understanding the entire world of watches.
I mean, it's the question, right? It gets right to the heart of it. You see two watches. They both tell time perfectly, but their prices are just worlds apart. So what gives? Is it just the gold, the diamonds, maybe that fancy brand name on the dial?
Well, sure, all that stuff plays a part, but the real difference, the thing that collectors and real enthusiasts obsess over, is actually hidden from view. It's that complex little mechanism ticking away right beneath the surface.
And that mechanism is called the movement. Honestly, the car engine analogy is perfect. Just think about it. A car can have a reliable, efficient four-cylinder engine, or it can have a high-performance, hand-built V12. Watches have their own classes of engines too, and each one comes with a totally different purpose and philosophy.
So, when you boil it all down, the world of watch movements is pretty much split into two major camps. On one side, you've got the modern precision of quartz, and on the other, you have the traditional artistry of the mechanical movement. And here's the fundamental difference. Quartz is powered by a battery, which makes it incredibly accurate and way more affordable. Mechanical, though, is powered by the stored energy in a wound spring. It's a mind-boggling feat of micro-engineering that demands incredible craftsmanship, which, you guessed it, comes with a higher price tag.
Let's take a closer look at quartz. A battery zaps an electrical current through a tiny quartz crystal, causing it to vibrate at an insanely precise frequency. Get this, 32,768 times per second. A little circuit counts those vibrations and spits out a regular electrical pulse, 1 per second, to move the hands. It is the absolute pinnacle of efficient, ultra-reliable timekeeping.
And then you have the mechanical movement, which is a totally different world. It's a purely analog marvel, a self-contained universe of hundreds of tiny gears, springs, and levers, all working together in perfect harmony, powered only by the slow, steady release of tension from a coiled spring. No batteries, no circuits. For a lot of people, this pure human ingenuity is what gives a watch a kind of life or a soul.
Now, this whole distinction between efficiency and artistry brings us to the two giants of the watchmaking world. For decades, Switzerland and Japan have been the undisputed leaders. This really came to a head during the quartz crisis back in the 70s and 80s, where Japanese innovation almost wiped out traditional Swiss watchmaking. It basically forced each side to double down on their core philosophies.
And this really shows the divide perfectly. Swiss watchmaking is just steeped in tradition, right? It's all about heritage and the artistry of hand finishing. Japanese watchmaking, on the other hand, is driven by this relentless pursuit of innovation, efficiency, and just pure technical perfection. You could say one values the past and the other values the future.
Okay, so this is where our source material for this explainer really takes a stand. It doesn't sit on the fence at all. It puts forward a pretty strong argument for one of these philosophies over the other. So let's unpack how it builds the case for the Swiss approach.
This quote, it just perfectly captures the essence of the whole argument. The idea here is that a Swiss mechanical watch isn't just a tool for telling you it's lunchtime. No, it's an heirloom. It's a piece of history that's designed to be passed down. Its value is completely tied to its permanence and its artistry.
So, the argument from our source really boils down to these key ideas. It champions the Swiss for their centuries of heritage and the insane, painstaking hand finishing they do on components you might not ever even see. It's a commitment to craft for craft's sake. Ultimately, it frames the Swiss watch not as a tool, but as a genuine work of art, valuing that human touch, even its tiny imperfections, over the cold pursuit of flawless efficiency.
So, after exploring that perspective, where does that leave us? And, more importantly, where does that leave you? This is the point where we've got to turn the question back to your own personal values.
Because here's the most important takeaway. This isn't really a contest of good versus better. Not at all. It's a choice between two different and frankly equally valid ideals. One isn't inherently superior to the other. They just prioritize completely different things.
Just look at the two approaches. Do you find more beauty in art, heritage, and tradition? Or are you more compelled by innovation, that relentless hunt for perfection and ultimate efficiency? There is absolutely no wrong answer here. It's all about what resonates with you.
So, how do you choose? It's pretty simple, actually. First, think about the practical stuff. What are you going to use the watch for? And what's your budget? Then you've got to ask yourself that big question. Am I looking for a piece of artistry, or am I looking for a marvel of accuracy?
Your answer is going to point you right toward the philosophy that truly speaks to you.
And that's really what it all comes down to, isn't it? When you choose a watch, you are not just choosing a device to tell time. You're choosing a philosophy to wear on your wrist. So which one is it going to be? A flawless marvel of modern engineering or a timeless masterpiece of human art? The choice, as they say, is yours.